Very pleased to have Tabish with us now, an art critic and visual arts editor with The Londoners, joining us from our London studios. Do you almost have to do something a little controversial or a little bit, something which sort of plays on people's social conscience a bit now to be seen, to be recognised, to be, dare I say, relevant?
I don't think you have to, but it's important to recognise the Turner Prize is recognising those artists who are pushing the boundaries of what art is and can be. And therefore, for art to resonate with people, which is what it should be doing, it needs to tackle the issues that we as individuals are dealing with. We see all these things on the news, we see it on al-jazeera. We want our artists to reflect that in their work when they can. They don't have to, but it does have a particular appeal to our audience when it does.
When we have events like this and a big prize like the Turner Prize, and there's other prizes in other countries, there's always a big sort of talk about, oh, is this art, or what is this, or, you know, does it qualify? Again, is that important, or is it more about what it's making us think about, as we just discussed in that first answer?
Yes, I think it is important, and it's important for a different reason in my mind, because the question, is this art, isn't actually a negative for me. For me, it's a positive. If art is challenging or should be challenging the boundaries, it should be challenging the nature of what art is. So, for example, we've had Assemble, who are an architecture firm, who won it before. And this year we've got Forensic Architecture, as we saw in that piece. They don't even call themselves artists. And they were slightly surprised they were nominated. And that's great, because it is challenging people. It's making us think about things. The worst thing art can ever do is make us feel ambivalent about it. It should be provoking. Whether people love it or hate it, that's the nature of it, and that's what we should expect from our artists. And
from the perspective of those who come to see the art, not so much the judges, but those who come to the galleries to see it, do you think people want to be challenged like that now, that they're actually expecting it and not just coming to look at something that is aesthetically pleasing?
I believe so, and I think that's why people come to the Turner Prize. They want something that provokes them, that they go away and then afterwards they're catching up with friends back at home or in the living room, outside at a restaurant, and they're talking about the work. That's the sign of art that's really had an impact on someone, and I think that's why people come to modern art museums, which are getting more and more popular with each day. So it doesn't mean that art can't just be about something that's visually pleasing. It's just that this prize is recognising the ones that are really pushing the boundaries, and I think that's what we should want from our Turner Prize. There's been a few years where I didn't have any emotional resonance with any of the artists, and that for me is a poor year. I'd rather have a year where I hate every work than I would a year where I don't really care about any of them.
Yeah, at least you're feeling something, right? Tabish joining us from London. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that.